duking it out. I can't wait. Oh, who's this? What's going on here?
Don't worry about
Who's this guy?
Morning, champ.
Uh-oh.
I want you to be aware you're in my backyard now of New York City. Now, come Saturday, you won't be the top dog in the yard. Keep that in mind.
You don't have to go there.
Oh my God!
You always got to spoil
Don't you dare touch him.
Okay, this is getting a little too ugly.
for your main event this afternoon here in New York City. Non-sanctioned, non-title matchup as the ROH World Champion Austin Aries stands across the ring from Low Ki. Of course, this match coming on the heels of Low Ki interrupting a key media moment for Ring of Honor on May the 6th. The WB Morning Show. Good exposure for Ring of Honor. Barging in on things, interrupting the segment, getting right in the face of Austin Aries, saying that he's in his town, and Low Ki was going to make his presence known. Tonight, non-sanctioned, non-title. It's all coming to a head.
This is a rematch too from All-Star Extravaganza. Say that 3 times fast, Dave Prazak. That went to a time limit draw. This time we're actually going to see who comes out on top.
Low Ki chopping away at the chest of the ROH World Champion. Of course, Low Ki, the first ROH World Champion, helped really build ROH with his legendary series of matches on the first 5 ROH shows, culminating with him winning the ROH title in a 1-hour matchup against Christopher Daniels, Spanky, and Doug Williams at Crowning a Champion. Austin Aries has had one hell of a title reign thus far after winning the title from Samoa Joe at Final Battle 2004.
Is Julius Smokes getting thrown out of here? Obviously the only Rottweiler, certainly the only gang member who came to the ringside with a managerial license, but I think Sinclair's just had enough. You saw all those other gang members come out here earlier with Low Ki. They got sent to the back.
Todd Sinclair ordering Julius Smokes back to the locker room.
Title not on the line, but Julius Smokes getting sent to the back nonetheless, which is a tremendous help to Austin Aries. Now he can focus on Low Ki and Low Ki alone.
But we want to see who is the better man. We want to see who will be the winner in this matchup.
And that's the great thing about this matchup. No matter who the winner is, Austin Aries still goes into Death Before Dishonor 3 to face me for the ROH World title.
Collar and elbow, and Low Ki grabbing hold of that arm of Aries.
He's trying to straighten out that arm, dislocate that elbow, hyperextend his shoulder and everything else. Austin Aries manages to hold on.
See the frustration on the face of Low Ki right there. As he slides back underneath the bottom rope and inside the ring.
And I got a bird's eye view up here at the Supper Club. All these people hanging off the rafters. This place is packed to capacity, and I have vested interest in this match. Obviously, Dave Prazak.
Of course, Austin Aries still has that injured neck as the result of the muscle buster that Samoa Joe delivered in Chicago Ridge. Also, he focuses on that body part during the course of this match.
Well, if he's done his homework, he knows his neck is a little bit sore because he also took that sliced bread number 2 in that nail-biting match with Spanky.
Aries trying to bridge up, and he does, keeping his shoulders off the canvas, but Low Ki breaking that bridge, and once again, not able to keep the shoulders of the champ down on the canvas. Again bridging up. Tremendous strength shown by the champion.
Well, if his neck is hurt, it's not bothering him now because he's balanced completely on the back of his head.
And powers himself back to his feet. Still holding on to the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Grabs hold of the head.
He has his arm trapped, got the man in the cravat. Very nice hold.
Sinclair checking on the condition of Low Ki, who puts pressure on the neck of Aries in return. And drives the elbow into the neck of Low Ki.
Pick a winner for me, Dave.
Well, I got to go with the champ. I got to go with Austin Aries. You know, following in the footsteps of a champion such as Samoa Joe is not a task that many people would look forward to. You know, Samoa Joe, perhaps the greatest world champion in professional wrestling during the past 10 years, with such an impressive and lengthy title reign, but Austin Aries didn't let that intimidate him. He has defended that title, taken it around the world, putting it on the line on a more frequent basis than Samoa Joe, really looking to bring prestige to the title during his reign. He's succeeded in doing that, and in a matchup here, even if it's non-title, you gotta go with Austin Aries.
Well, I got to disagree with you, Dave. I mean, we saw earlier Homicide beat James Gibson with the low blow followed by the lariat. You see interference with these Rottweilers all the time. You saw the sheer numbers. I don't know if those are Crips or Bloods or Latin Kings or it could have been some of the Warriors out there. I don't know. But you saw the sheer numbers the Rottweilers have here tonight. If something goes wrong with Low Ki, no matter who was sent to the back already, no matter what happens, you better believe that the Rottweilers are going to come out in force.
Oh, they're keeping their eye on this match, no doubt about it, as Austin Aries chops away at the chest of Low Ki in the corner. Pulls him into the center of the ring. Hooks the head looking for the vertical suplex. Trying to block. Successfully does block the attempt. Jockeying for position right here between these two men as Ki backs Aries into the ropes.
Come on, 1, 2, back off.
What a chop right across the chest of the champion. Low Ki hits very hard. Whether it's chops, whether it's strikes, whether it's kicks. And we see a demonstration of just how hard he kicks right there.
Now, speak of the devil, and the devil appears. You know, you mentioned Aries' grueling schedule being almost twice of what Samoa Joe's was at the time when Joe was champion. Aries certainly isn't trying to, live in the shadow of Joe's title run. He's putting the pedal to the metal here. For an example, Dave plays like May 13th, he beat James Gibson. May 14th, grueling match against Bryan Danielson in Chicago, beats Bryan Danielson. May 15th, flies to Mexico and not only beats Super Crazy, also pins Ricky Marvin. The schedule is definitely taking a toll on the champion.
The question is, will that grueling schedule be a determining factor in whether he holds on to the ROH World title for very much longer? Of course, you have that key opportunity coming up, Death Before Dishonor 3 in Morristown, New Jersey.
Well, a little bit more wrestler insight here, Dave Prazak. When you have a championship belt and it is on the line, more than not, you will do whatever it takes to hold on to that belt. Austin Aries right now has the luxury of knowing it's a non-title match, so he might not pull out all the stops. He might be trying to save that neck for next week.
Frog splash, but Ki gets the knees up right into the midsection of Aries.
I don't know if you know this, Dave Prazak, but he's got a pretty big match next week also. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a pretty big deal. I mean, you saw what I did to Roderick Strong, didn't you?
Slowly pulling Aries back up to his feet. He taps him into the corner.
He tapped like his name was Gregory Hines. That's right. Put that over.
Working away the midsection of Austin Aries, slumped over in the corner.
Now, Gangster Keith likes to use that double stomp from the top rope, and I got to admit, prettiest yet most brutal double stomp I've ever seen since Kevin Sullivan.
Pulls him back up to his feet. Drives the shoulder into the midsection. Snapmares Aries out of the corner. And wrapping the legs around the body of Aries. Putting a lot of pressure on the midsection of Aries with the body scissors. Trying to fight his way out of it is the champion.
Aries looking to constrict the ribs in the midsection of Aries here. Maybe take a little bit of breath out of him. Also maybe cramp him up. Definitely try to wear him out, setting him up for the double stomp.
And he had his shoulders down to the canvas for a near fall right there. Taking his shoulders down to the canvas with that body scissors. And now changes it up and has it around the head. Todd Sinclair applies the count. Handful of Aries' hair. Trying to work his way out of it, and he does, and he connects with a drop kick right to the mouth. Nice escape from Aries.
Nice escape, but Aries a little slow to his feet. That's what I like to see. I'm rooting for Low Ki.
Low Ki trying to shake off the effects. Back rake from Aries. Nice to see that this is a one-on-one matchup thus far without any of the Rottweilers or their thugs at ringside. As now it's Aries driving his shoulder into the midsection of Ki. Choking away in the corner. Sinclair getting in there. Thus far, we haven't really seen Key focus on the neck of Aries. Could be a tactical mistake on his part, not going after that injury.
Oh, definitely. Makes you wonder if Key's been paying attention, if Key's been doing his homework.
Aries trying to go up and over in the corner, rolls to the other side of the ring, off the second, connects with the elbow.
That's a go-to move by Austin Aries right there. You catch the guy off guard, he doesn't know where you went.
Key out on the floor now. And as Aries went to soar through the ropes, Key connected with the kick, putting a stop to whatever Aries had in mind.
You know, we keep mentioning the Rottweilers, we keep mentioning Homicide and Smokes and various gang members and thugs and criminals and all this other stuff, but don't forget about Roderick Strong and Jack Evans. Even though Roderick Strong's probably nursing his wounds right now in the back, you know, Generation Next you better believe is looking out for their own. Just like the Rottweilers are looking at Low Key right now.
And Key driving his elbow into the neck of Aries right there.
Ooh, he's like a little ape. He's climbing all over stuff.
Doing damage to that body part. Finally working it over here. As Aries in a seated position in the center of the ring, looking to wear the man down.
How intimidated is the official right now? Because, I mean, Low Key has been suspended in the past for striking an official. Is that coming to play in a match like this, Dave?
Oh, of course. If you're Todd Sinclair, you know that you have your hands full with an athlete like Low Key who's willing to do whatever it takes in that ring. Working over the midsection of Low Key, breaks free of his clutch. Off the ropes comes Aries, but gets met with yet another elbow strike.
Just got clobbered.
He's out on his feet. And Key with a vicious clothesline.
He's absolutely just measured. Took the man's head right off.
And Key's right here on his home turf, here in New York. Definitely a big matchup in his mind, whether it's title match, non-title or not. Key has something to prove. Again, going to work on the neck of Aries. Chop right across his chest. But Aries trying to fight his way out of the corner. Another chop from Key. Aries with the forearm strike. And another chop from Low Key.
So, an interesting little fact about Austin Aries, he's a southpaw. And if you know anything about anything, especially in boxing, you know, you never mess with a lefty.
Key belly to back suplex positioning. Drives him down on that neck. You see Aries clutching at his neck. Covered by Key, but not putting a lot of his body weight into that cover.
You know, Rocky was a lefty, and Apollo Creed took him for granted. You know what happened there.
Pulls Aries back up. Face first into the turnbuckle he goes. Another solid chop. And takes a swat at Sinclair, but he's not getting intimidated. Trying to lay down the law.
Well, Sinclair definitely not shy about throwing his authority around. As earlier, of course, we saw him throw Julius Smokes out of ringside area.
Aries setting to the buckle hard. Key comes charging. Aries moves out of the way. Sunset flip. Only gets two.
Very nice maneuver by Aries. Aries to his feet. Low Key looks for that lariat one more time.
Going for that crucifix bomb. Key holds his ground, trying to get the sunset flip. And Key with the double stomp. Low Key successfully blocking that crucifix bomb attempt by Aries, staying on his feet, and hits the high-impact double stomp to work over the champion. Key finally going for the cover, but now Aries gets his shoulder up, hesitated before going for the cover. Key getting very focused, measuring Aries for the kick.
Crowd split 50-50 as you see Aries with determination to still fight.
moves low-key on his head. Fighting his way back to his feet after low-key gave him everything that he had, and Aries just asked him to bring it on.
That kid's got a lot of heart. The fighting spirit of Austin Aries coming out here today at the Supper Club. And to think it's only mid-afternoon.
Both men back up to their feet. Running forearm strike from Aries. Got Key backed into the corner. Sends him across the ring. Running drop kick to the face. Aries gets an earfall out of it.
And Aries has just got to be beat up. His body's got to feel so crummy from his grueling schedule.
Definitely favoring that neck that Low-Key has started to work on. Another forearm strike from Key. Aries staying on his feet, dishes it right back out, and down goes Key. Pulling him back up. Aries now with Low-Key. Set into the ropes. Off he comes. Aries catches him waistlock. German suplex with the bridge.
Can't hold that bridge. That neck is damaged.
Aries has Low-Key down. Needs to follow up here. Maybe looking to position him properly to go for high impact maneuver. 450 splash. No, the twisting body press. But Key gets his feet up.
Right back to that midsection that's already been softened up from earlier in the match.
Kick to the chest, hard from Low-Key. Springboards off the second and connects with the back of the head of Austin Aries, sending the champ to the floor.
And that brings me back to bitter friends, stiffer enemies in 2003. That is the same kick that knocked out the retired Danny Mock. Right to the back of the neck, and Aries is on the ringside apron.
And that could have saved Aries the matchup right there. The fact that he rolled to the floor. If he was still inside the ring, this thing could be over. Both men physically paying the price of this hard-hitting action.
Well, Aries is moving, but it still remains to be seen if he's 100% there. Oh, look at him. His legs aren't under him.
Keith pitches him back inside the ring. Cover. No, Aries with his shoulder up.
Low-Key does not hook the leg. I mean, it's clear right now that Austin Aries does not know where he is.
Low-Key out to the apron now. Looking to climb up top.
Could be setting up for that double stomp.
But Aries moved out of the way. Back to his feet. Running drop kick with tremendous force. Sends Aries into the buckle. Aries kicks out.
Hooks the leg that time and still only garners a 2 count. You know, right now, Dave, you see him going for the, what is it, he calls that the dragon clutch, trying to turn the man over to his belly, trying to hyperextend that neck, almost choke Aries out. And I just picture that anaconda vice wrapped tightly around that nice little neck of Austin Aries, and then I picture that belt around my waist. Death Before Dishonor 3. Dave, I know that belt is mine. It's coming home next week.
He's got Aries up on his shoulder there. Aries trying to fight his way out of this position.
Hit it, Key, hit it. Go for the Key Crusher.
Aries dumps him on his head, but only gets 2. Aries was able to successfully wiggle out of the position for the Key Crusher. And looking for the 450 now. But Low-Key holding out of the foot of Aries so that he can't climb to the top. Fights him off. Now Aries climbing up top.
This is the 3rd Death Before Dishonor, Dave, and I gotta say, I'm 2-0 in Death Before Dishonor. I beat Raven at his own game in a dog collar match. In my hometown of Chicago, myself and my partner, Ray Steele, absolutely had the most brutal Chicago street fight in the history of the wrestling business against B.J. Whitmer and Danny Mock. This is my 3rd Death Before Dishonor, and if you think I'm going home a loser regardless of who I'm going to wind up working for come Sunday morning, you are mistaken.
Aries all the way up. Stomp across the chest of Low-Ki. Low-Ki gets his shoulder up.
That's a trademark maneuver that Low-Ki likes to dish out, used against him. How does it feel, Low-Ki? Spoonful of your own medicine.
Aries still favoring that neck. Giving it his all title on the line or not. You can hear the very vocal New York crowd supporting their chosen wrestler. Knee strike from Low-Ki. Capo kick sends Aries into the corner. And Aries just measuring Ki for that kick to the side of the head. 450.
This is how he put down Samoa Joe.
But Low-Ki kicking Todd Sinclair, sending him into the ropes, which inadvertently took the balance away from Aries, crotched on the top turnbuckle.
I don't think there's anything inadvertent about that, Dave Prazak. That was completely intentional. Certainly
Intentional
wasn't
on
an
Ki's
accident.
part. I just meant the momentum that sent Sinclair into the ropes. But now, Low-Ki looking to capitalize. Headbutt. All the way up top goes Low-Ki. Hooks the head of Aries.
This has been a war here this afternoon at the Supper Club. Both men jockeying for position on the top rope. Austin Aries is winning thus far.
Combination of kicks from Low-Ki to the head of Aries. All the way up top he goes. Off the top rope. Low-Ki trying to get the energy to follow it up with a cover.
The neck of Austin Aries has absolutely been demolished here tonight and over the course of the last few weeks.
Cover. And Low-Ki gets the victory. Low-Ki pins the reigning ROH World Champion with the King Crusher off the top rope. More damage done to the neck of Austin Aries.
Wait a second, we got Homicide out in the ring.
Homicide checking on the condition of his fellow Rottweiler Low-Ki after a hard-fought matchup. But you gotta wonder about the condition of the neck of Austin Aries going into that title defense at Death Before Dishonor 3 against yourself, CM Punk.
What you gonna do when your champion is gonna have a broken neck? Let's do something that's bad in your business right now.
Did he say let's do something that's been banned?
No. Not the cock killer double stomp. It's Generation Next, Roderick Strong, and Jack Evans coming to the aid of Austin Aries before the Rottweilers can put him on the injured list alongside Jay Lethal. Jack Evans putting his body on the line with a double moonsault. Roderick Strong checking on the condition of Austin Aries.
Wait a minute, Jay Lethal now behind Low-Ki.
Full Nelson. Jay Lethal connects with the Dragon Suplex on Low-Ki. A little bit of payback, and Low-Ki is left laying in his own hometown by Jay Lethal. For Jimmy Bauer, I'm Dave Prazak. Thank you, CM Punk. Big opportunity next week at Death Before Dishonor 3.